All right, hi everyone. Welcome. My name is Keith. I'm your professor for this course. This is going to be a relatively quick overview of the syllabus here, giving you some expectations and letting you know what you're signing up for. So here's my office hours. We will talk about those. Please make an appointment. I would imagine that you would be utilizing the remote office hours. This class, right, you can read the description. The textbook we're using is Financial Accounting 11th edition, Libby, with the associated Connect software. So you need both the book and the Connect software. If you're waiting for the the bookstore to order the textbook, you can go into our Connect section right here. Go to Connect Homework Platform, My Connect section, and you can sign up for a short 2-week free trial for the Connect until the textbook comes. And again, if you order just the Connect code, you'll get an electronic version of the textbook for free. If you want to just buy Connect directly from the publisher, like click that button, go to My Connect section, I want to say it's like $85, and it comes, if you buy the Connect, it comes with a digital version of the book for free. That's probably your cheapest option, buying it directly from the publisher. So there's no need or any excuse for why you can't complete the first homework. If you're waiting for the bookstore, you can sign up for a 2-week free trial. Class itself is out of 1,000 points, right? You can see the spread here on that. Syllabus Quiz is this week, due Sunday at midnight. Then you're going to have homeworks, a CPA interview assignment, and then 3 exams. How the class is going to work is, right, we'll do 4 weeks, an exam. 4 weeks, an exam. 3 weeks, an exam. Right, the exam is just on the content above it, right? So that exam is on 5, 6, 7, 8. This one is on 9, 10, 11. Right, it's not cumulative with that. Each week, right, so like for example, this week, how it will work is you're going to see 2 videos in there. One will be a PowerPoint lecture. The other will be a problems lecture. You also will see in there like class notes, right? So, and you'll also see in there the problems in an Excel document. When you're watching the PowerPoint video, you can open up the class notes and fill those in, like print them out and fill them in by hand. When you're watching the problems video, you can do them with me in the Excel document as you watch it. So that's the idea. Every week you'll see 2 videos, PowerPoint and problems. Sunday at midnight, the end of the day Sunday, right? So if you eat dinner with your family and you're watching football, midnight, the end of the day, that's when homework is due. Same with the syllabus quiz. I do not accept late homework. Please don't email me asking for an extension or anything like that. I don't grant extensions. This week you have the syllabus quiz, right? That's due Sunday at midnight. It's pretty straightforward. If you watch this, you go through the syllabus. 9/10 of the answers are don't cheat and I don't accept late work. If you know those 2 things, that will get you halfway through the syllabus quiz. Homework, right? Homework is going to be done in Connect, right? So if you go to My Connect section through Blackboard, Connect is like an online platform. It's kind of like Blackboard, right? You go there to do homework, it will transfer over to our gradebook. Please be aware homework is time intensive. It's going to take a few hours each week. Do not wait until Sunday at like 11:30 to start the homework. You will be in trouble. You won't have enough time. The homework is based on accuracy. It's not simply a completion grade, so just giving it a try. Whatever you get on it is what you get on it. You get multiple attempts, whatever your highest attempt is. Right, so if you get 10 points, 15 points, and then 17 points on your 3rd attempt, the highest, the 17 points, is what's going to transfer. Please make sure that you affirmatively submit your homework. If you don't do that, it won't submit. You'll get 0 points. I don't grant extensions on homework, so please don't email me asking for one. If you're in a situation, right, where you have a life event that happens, right, we all have our own lives, I drop your lowest homework, right? So there's going to be 11 homeworks that are assigned, but your 10 best are going to count. So if you're in a position, right, where something happens Sunday, you can't get it done, if you email me, I'm kindly going to say I don't accept late homework. Please treat this, use this one as your drop, right? So that's the setup with it. Next thing here is the CPA interview assignment. There are directions for that in Blackboard, but you're going to have to independently find and interview a CPA. I do not have a list, right? Please do not email me asking, do you know a CPA I can interview? The answer will be no. Part of this assignment is meant to make you network, right? Put yourself out there. So if you're looking to interview a CPA, you can start with your family and friends. Maybe they know somebody. There's also the AICPA and the PICPA. So those are professional organizations for accountants. Reach out to them. Use LinkedIn, right? But the idea is you're going to have to find and interview a CPA. You can do it in person. You can do it over Zoom. It is a live interview, right? In other words, you have to actually speak with them. The next thing here, exams, right? So they're closed book, closed note. The only thing you can have is a blank sheet of paper, a simple calculator. All it can do is add, subtract, divide. You're not allowed to use any external website. Please don't try to do anything fishy. As we'll see here, the exams are going to be monitored. I'll get notified. Now, one of the things with them, right, the exams are going to be curved based on the highest score. You will see 2 grades in the grade book. So if you take the exam, right, you're not going to immediately see your score because I need to implement the curve. It's based on who does the best in the class. The next day afterwards, you'll see 2 entries, right? The first will be your grade that you literally earned on the exam, right? So if you earned 175 points, that would be the first thing you'd see. And then you'd see a second entry for the curve, right? That's based on who does the best on the exam, right? So this is just showing you how I calculate the curve, what you're going to see. And you need to make sure when you look at your grade, you determine your grade on the exam, that you add those 2 things together, your raw score and the curve. All right, so the exams are monitored through Blackboard. There will be surveillance measures that are employed. The systems are pretty complex these days. So basically, by enrolling in this class, you agree to be monitored during the exam. Any suspicious activity, so if you do things like try to take a screenshot, if you do a copy and paste, if you try to go to an external website, it will send me a flag, and then I will have to give you a 0 on the exam and report you for cheating to the powers that be. So please, the only thing you need to have open during the exam is just the exam itself. Don't have any other windows open or anything like that. Just keep it simple with that. Even though this is an asynchronous class, right, the exams are only open for a 24-hour period. So if you enroll in this class, you agree to take exam 1 on that day, exam 2 that day, and exam 3 on Wednesday of finals week. I don't give makeup exams. If you miss an exam, you will receive a 0. So the idea is, right, this is asynchronous. Wednesday, you'll have a 24-hour window within which to start the exam. However, right, once you open the exam, you click start, the timer's going to run, and it doesn't stop, right? So if you exit out of the exam, it's going to keep running. If your computer shuts off, it's going to keep running. Questions on the exam appear 1 at a time, right? They must be answered at that time. In other words, there's no backtracking. You can't go back. And again, if you exit the exam, it will keep running. Please take the exam in a secure place, with good internet. Don't try to take it at like a McDonald's on their internet. Don't try to use your phone as a hotspot. The exam is to be taken alone by yourself at a place with secure internet connection. Do not share answers or questions. Like I said, I'm an attorney, so I'm very protective of my intellectual property. Please don't try to cheat, right? I want to give you a great product, but I want you to do your end of the deal too. Please be fair, honest, and ethical when you participate in this class. So again, make sure you're aware of this, right? Even though the class is asynchronous, you only have 1 day to take the exam. So don't make your wedding day or your vacation or something like that. You have a 24-hour window to start it. That's like reasonable, right? You're given advance notice and you have a whole 24 hours to take it. Final grade policy, this just says that the class is out of 1,000 points. Because I drop that homework at the end, it can kind of mess with the percentage. So don't rely on the percentage you see in Blackboard. What I do at the end of the semester is I simply say, what are your total points in the class? And I divide it by 1,000, right? If you have 850, that's an 85. If you get 722, that's a 72.2. I don't round up grades, right? Please don't email me asking at the end of the semester if I can give you an extra credit assignment, if you can resubmit something, or if I can do something special for you. I have to treat everybody the same. I have to be fair and equal to everybody. Everyone is welcome in this class. I want everybody to succeed, so I can't give you special treatment. The grade that you receive in this class will be the grade that you earn in this class. Now, in the sake of full disclosure, right, just to let you know what you're getting into, accounting is a difficult course, right? I don't intend to have it be this way, but it seems to be that, exams, it tends to be that the class average after the curve is usually like a high C. Do I get people who tend to, who get A's in the class and ace it? Sure. Do I get people who flunk the class? Sure. The grade you get in the class is, the grade you earn. What you get out of this class is what you put into this class. Office hours, right? They're on a first come, first served basis. You have to schedule an appointment in advance, and then the day of, confirm that appointment. The reason I do this is I've had students make appointments and then they no-show. Right? Well, I don't really care if you no-show. You're affecting another student, right? If I book you for an office hours and you no-show, that's somebody else who I could have met with and helped. The other thing with office hours, again, I'm happy to meet with you, but a lot of times we can just communicate through email and I can help you out. So if you're stuck on a homework problem or something, shoot me an email. I'm happy to work with you through that capacity. It doesn't always have the need to meet in person. I'm happy to do so, but I'm just telling you there's other mechanisms that are available. And again, be reasonable with your expectations for responses. 24 hours, I would say, is a reasonable expectation that I'll get back to you. The homework, right? If you email me probably anytime, just to be honest, past 5 or 6 o'clock on Sunday, I'm with my family, I'm eating dinner, I go to bed early. I'm in bed at like 8 or 9 o'clock. I watch Jeopardy and Wheel of Fortune and I go to bed. I'm an accountant, right? I live a boring life. So where I'm going with this is, if you email me at like 11:30 to help you on the homework, do not expect a response. 24 hours is a reasonable expectation, not 24 seconds or 24 minutes. You can read through these, right? I'm going through kind of the high-level things. You're responsible for reading this, word by word, line for line. Big thing, don't cheat, right? Everything in this class is to be done individually. There's no need to work or interact or communicate with anybody else. I've set it up where you can do it asynchronously, generally, except for the exams. And everything you need, I'm available and happy to help you. There's no need to work with, and you're not allowed to work with anybody else on the homework or the exams. That would be cheating. Likewise, like I said, you're being monitored on those exams, so if you try to cheat or anything, it's going to flag. The homeworks, right? The homeworks are separate. Those are open book. Those are open note. If you want to look at things and work, you get unlimited attempts. It's meant to be a learning assignment. The other thing is, if you're stuck on the homework, right, and it's like 10 o'clock on a Sunday and I'm going to be sleeping because I live a boring life, you can go into the optional homework problems. You will see them in Connect. It's essentially the same question but with different numbers. If you just submit it, it will give you the solution, right, a detailed step-by-step solution. You can then use that to help you solve your problem. It's kind of like the Rosetta Stone, right? You see the same problem but with different numbers. Just translate it over. So that's a good way to work on that. So, academic dishonesty, don't cheat. Here's the other policies. Accommodations for disabilities. If you have a disability, I'm happy to provide you accommodation. However, again, I have to treat everybody equally and fair. What I mean by this is if you just come up to me and you say, hey, I need more time on the exam, I can't do that, right? I have to give everybody the same treatment. If you have a disability you need an accommodation for, you have to get the letter from the disability office and sent to me. Unless and until I get that letter, you will receive the same treatment as everybody else. I have to be fair and equal. It's like really important to me to be impartial and fair to everybody. So again, happy to work with you. I want to see you succeed, but you got to do your side of the deal too. Go get the letter and have it sent to me digitally. This anti-bullying policy, this just says that, hey, I've tried to convey to you up front here that this class, it's going to be hard work, right? Learning accounting is kind of like learning an instrument. If you've ever taken piano or guitar lessons, most of the learning comes outside of the lesson. In other words, if you take piano, much like our class, it's kind of like your lesson is an introduction to a song, a little bit of practice, right? But how you really learn piano is by putting in the time and effort outside of that lesson. So that's kind of like what accounting is. The materials and what you're going to see are kind of like an introduction and orientation. The homework is going to be like the practice. That's putting in the time outside of class. So with this being a difficult class, sometimes people get frustrated. That's a very normal, natural reaction to have. Accounting is not a course where it leaves a lot of room for interpretation, in the sense that it's not about like what your emotions are or your feelings. It's a math-based course. It's either right or wrong. And a lot of times, I'll be honest, this is the first class that actually challenges people. For when I was in high school, for example, when I took an English class, I could just go on sparknotes.com the night before, read the book, the summary, and kind of tap dance my way through the exam and get a B. That would not work for this class. This is like from day one, you got to make it kind of part of your daily routine or weekly routine to have this, like, pick it up, put it down, pick it up, put it down. You are not going to get accounting just through one exposure. So I say that if you have trouble in the class or you're struggling, I am here to help you. That's a very normal, natural reaction, and it's okay. Right? But what is not okay is if you start to get hostile, or you attempt to bully me or another student in the class. I've seen other students get bullied. So we are all adults. We need to treat each other with respect. That's what this is saying here. At all times, we need to respect each other and act civil. The last part here just says, hey, we went over the syllabus. Today, you're responsible for reading this in depth. You agree to the terms and conditions in this syllabus if you remain in the class. So, for example, right, I don't want there to be any surprises. If you email me and you want an extension on a homework, I'm going to say, sorry, we covered that in the syllabus. You agreed to the syllabus that I don't accept late homework. So, again, just all of these things. When you take the exam, you know that you're getting into no backtracking, one question at a time. So it's just, making you aware of things, and we're on the same page. The syllabus is like a contract between us. So if you need anything during the semester, again, I'm happy to reach out to you. Meet with me during office hours. Send me an email. I am here to help you. The class will be challenging. It's, it can be difficult, but it's fair. Plenty of people do well in this class, right? Like, I taught it last semester, maybe a 20-person course, and I want to say maybe like 6 people got A's, right? 7 people got A's. It's an instance of one semester. Sometimes I've taught it and nobody gets A's. Sometimes I teach it and 3/4 of the class gets A's. It's, it depends on, how everybody does. But I'm just saying to you, it's not impossible. I'm trying to give you like a really, strict view of it right here. There are ways in, this class, it'll be hard, but it will be fair. And it's doable if you put in the work. But like I said, this is the first class for a lot of people where they have to put in the work. And like I said, I'm here to help you. There's also a tutor on campus, right? So I say that sometimes people want to come and meet with me every week. If I'm available, hey, I'm happy to do that. But if you're looking for like dedicated one-on-one support routinely, that's probably better suited for tutoring. That's like the nature of tutoring. I'm happy to meet with you, but again, I teach like 150 students, so there's no guarantee that you could get that weekly time, right? That's why I make office hours on a first come, first served basis. And I try to give everybody the same chance and be equal and fair to everyone. So with that, let's have a great semester. I'm looking forward to working with you, and I'll end it there.